flooded at the beginning of each month and ebbed sadly toward the end of it. Yet there is a period to all earthly prosperity. The day came which brought the letter that contained only a small sheet of notepaper and not a sign of a greenback. Bad Eye sat dumb for a moment, tearing the letter into small bits. Before he found his voice to curse, Mac exchanged glances with the half-dozen men in the barroom, and the grin of understanding went its rounds.
"Step up and liquor, boys,"
said Bad Eye at last, rising from his chair and approaching the bar.
"This is my day to treat."
He rapped authoritatively on the bar, but not a man stirred.
"What's the main idea?" asked old Pete Hanley. "You borrowed a buck off me this morning. Have you struck it rich since?"
Bad Eye glared about the room. On all sides he met the same broad grin.
"I don't need money to drink at this bar," he announced. "My name is good for it."
"Not by a damn sight," said Mac coolly. "Let's see the color of your money, or you don't liquor here."
"Why, you infernal old red-headed, lantern-jawed, squint-eyed, bow-legged baboon,"
began Bad Eye, easing gradually into the vermilion parts of his vocabulary.
"I've spent enough money here to build this one-horse joint."
"Around these parts," said Mac calmly, though his eyes narrowed, "a man don't brag about the money a woman gives him."
At this, Bad Eye produced his inevitable gun and smote on the bar with it.
"Step up," he commanded, turning on the miners. "Step up and liquor. Mac, feed 'em what they want."
Not a man stirred. Mac leaned his elbows against the shelf behind him. It maddened Bad Eye. He cursed every individual in the room and wound up with a special ration on Mac. The bartender's peculiar smile never varied.
"If you're about all through," he said when Bad Eye paused for breath, "you better go on up to your room and sleep it off. The air around here is getting a lot too hot for you, my friend."
"By God!"
raved Bad Eye, leveling his gun at Mac's head.
"Come around from behind that bar. You're going to dance for the boys, and you'll need lots of room for it."
Old Hanley slipped from his chair and stole toward Bad Eye.
"Go back to your place, Dad," said Mac. "There ain't no use of you getting mixed up in this."
Hanley stepped back. Mac walked quietly around the bar and stood before Bad Eye.
"Now," he said, "what do you want of me?"
"Dance, damn you!"
yelled Bad Eye, and fired close to the bartender's feet. Mac danced, but only one step, and that was forward. At the same time, his fist shot out and struck Bad Eye in the throat. He fell coughing and strangling against the wall, and Mac lunged after him. It was over in a minute. As they struggled on the floor, Bad Eye shot point blank into the bartender's face. Mac struck the gun aside, barely in time, but the bullet nipped his ear. An instant later, he gripped the barrel of the revolver, and the two rolled over and over on the floor in their struggle. The gun exploded again. Bad Eye relaxed with one deep-drawn breath, and Mac rose, letting the weapon fall clatteringly to the floor. The coroner reached Masters's place by nightfall, and his jury reached a decision in 5 minutes. 4 men carried the body up the hill behind the roadhouse, and by midnight the last sod was heaped up on Bad Eye's grave. When Masters came back from Truckee the next day, he turned the page on the incident by staring at the floor as he rolled a cigarette and remarking that Mac hadn't spoiled the floor after all. Bad Eye received his last letter in April. Time runs quickly in the mountains. In May he was an anecdote. In June he was a legend. Yet his spirit went marching on all that time, and on a white-hot summer day it entered Masters's hostelry again. When the owner rode back from a trip to his diggings, he found Mac collapsed in a chair in a corner of the room, with his chin dropped upon a burly clenched fist. He regarded Masters with a blank eye.
"What's the matter, Mac?" he asked. "Hot weather getting to you?"
Mac surveyed the big form of Masters from head to heel, and then turned away his eyes disconsolately.
"Loosen up," commanded Masters. "Something happened to your kid brother?"
The bartender rose and led him to the guest register. He pointed out a name inscribed latest on the list.
"Take a slant at that," he said heavily.